Alright, while the rain stopped for a minute, I'm going to keep going with this. I've got to take off this kick panel here to take this off to get to the 10mm bolt that's behind here. Three screws for the bottom kick plate. And you just lift that up to unclip it. 2 screws to remove this cover here. And it's just clipped out the back there. So you just got that clip there on the back. I've got a bolt here. And remove this one. Because this dash is already messed up, it's got cracks everywhere, I thought I'd give it a go and see if I could remove this side cover here without having to take this off, and I can't, so I'll have to remove this handle now. So I've got 2 covers on it that I need to remove. Take the screws out, remove that handle, and then pull this cover away from the side there. Always something new. These have always been screws in every other van I've done. This particular van, it looks like it's been changed. It looks like an 8mm. That looks like a 10. You might come across things like that. So handle off, rubber out of the way. This clip just pulls away. This cover just pulls away, and that's it there. And now I get this out of the way. Remove these 2 10mm over here, one here, one over here. Need to disconnect the tweeter. The tweeters can be a pain to disconnect, but what you need to do is clean off that rubbish around it that they put on it, and then you need to lift this part of the clip here to get it past that there. So that little bit of a 40 on where you can't see you. Right there's a little bit of a lip on that. That's what we've got to get it past. Behind the glove box there, that needs to come down. Got a knock sensor in there. Now this has just got little rubber mounts behind it. These guys here, and don't go losing them, and put them back on to put that back there. They face downwards like that as well when you put them back on. Now I can just push the sides like this here on both sides, put that down. So now that's down, you just have to remove these screws to get that glove box off, and remove those 3 8mm or Phillips head. And next, have to loosen off these screws here so the gauges can hang loose. And if you have speakers, remove them as well. You've got 4 10mm to remove this fuse box so it hangs loose. And I'm going to call it quits after that because I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes now. I've got at least 5 of them in here with me. Little mongrels, and I don't feel like being eaten. Okay, so now we're working on the right hand side. To remove the steering wheel, we need to undo one screw that's underneath this part here. That's all it is on this one. Unclip that. I've already been here, so for video purposes, make it a bit quicker. So 19mm there. And it doesn't have to be all the way out, just like that. Loosen it off. Now I'm going to pull really hard on the steering wheel till it releases, and then I can take the nut off and get the steering wheel out of the way. And also, not to forget, these cables here need to come off as well, like I did on the other side there. Just pushing the top of it there. You can see how it is like that there. It does make it easier if you've got 2 hands. So I'll just do that in a second. And not to forget, this cover here does come off. So this has the door trim here, cover, side panel here as well. I don't remember having that 10mm bolt on my 95 though. When I remove that one's dash. Nonetheless, out that comes. And we've got the harness connected down here. So I don't know if I can get the right angle up for you. That just needs to be there. That just needs to be unclipped to get the harness away from the dash there. I believe there's another one that's behind there, but I'll show you that when I get to it if it's there or not. Just the 95 one. I believe there was another harness like that. that was bolting on, but we're almost out. That's all nice and loose. Just got a couple of harness connections here or there that's just holding on, so you don't go ripping something like this straight out. You explore it, find out what's holding on. So like this right here, see this clip right here from the vent cable. I undid the vent here, but I didn't undo that clip there, so I'll have to do the same on the other side as well. Just little things like that you'll have to keep an eye out for. Another thing worth mentioning is the vent channel here had a clip in it on this side that was making things a little bit tough to get the dash out, but easy as that, dash is out. Just, yeah, little things like that. Again, I don't remember that being in the 95, but it could have been. I might have just pulled the dash hard enough past it and not noticed. Okay, well, so far so good. I'll get that out the other side there. Okay, so the dash is out of this 1990 all-wheel drive now. So, not a lot to look at on the passenger side. I guess not a lot to look on the driver's side either. Definitely a lot easier access if I wanted to change these struts right now. So the next process I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the wiring, what's different there. I'm going to swap over a few things with the cruise control and see if the cruise control ECU can plug into this one, and just go over a few things there, and whatever works I'll make a video of. And yeah, hopefully very soon I'll have it all back together. Anyway, I'll close this part of the video off here so I don't have a whole bunch of clips to put together when I'm finished. We'll leave this as like stage one of doing the 95 dash into the 1990 all-wheel drive. Things like steering wheel, the cruise control, things like that. If I add it, I'll record it and add it to the process of what I'm doing with this one. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. Like always, till next time guys, cheers.